So I've been talking about Texas a lot lately. Texas is a fascist state. They are currently enacting a genocide. You could say it's an attempted genocide if you want to be the both side centrist on this. Of transgender people in the state of Texas. The Attorney General, has released an interpretation that is allowing children to be stolen from their parents if they seek if they seek any health care whatsoever for their issues. They're being stolen from their kids or from their parents. Now, again, people always ask, oh, it's not transphobic. It's just we're logical. We don't hate trans people. This is what the supporters of Ken Paxton, the AG of Texas, say. We don't hate trans people. We're just against trans kids. We don't think kids should be allowed to make that decision. That's their, quote unquote, reasonable debate argument. That's what they want to pretend. Okay. So I would like to submit this to the record. So yesterday, I covered how USA Today had an exceptional women of the year list. It's a list of dozens or whatever of exceptional women of the year or something. And one of them happens to be transgender. And so here is the Attorney General of Texas. Rachel Levine is a man. I mean, first of all, that's just against Twitter toss. Is anything going to happen? Probably not. Second of all, again, this is the thing that people want you to believe. Oh, we don't hate trans people. It's not bigotry. We don't hate trans people. It's just, we think that kids shouldn't have that right to make that decision. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Rachel transition, in her 50s or something? Let me look this up. So about 12 years ago, and she is how old? 64. Okay. So yes. So she transitioned in her 50s. So again, these are the people that say, oh, kids are too young. Kids are too young. Oh, they can't make this decision. Now, it's not that we hate people that make this decision. It's that, kids are too young. Okay, so is 50 too young? Is 52 years old too young to transition? What age does someone need to be in order to change gender? Why, this is why I hate these people that make these arguments about trans kids, because they don't care about trans kids. They don't care about kids, okay? They don't give a fuck, right? These are the people that think there's no such thing as being trans and that think that you should be killed or you should be locked up in an insane asylum just because you're a little different than they are. That's the problem here. This is the problem here. This is the Attorney General of Texas, a state that is literally rounding children up and stealing them from their parents because they had the audacity to bring their kids to a doctor. Okay? Think about that. Their argument is, oh, kids aren't old enough? Well, apparently, being 52 years old, you're also not old enough to know what you're doing, apparently, in the eyes of these fucking maniac losers. And this is why, again, I covered this yesterday, is because this is going to be what right-wingers are going to... This is what they do. They hate us. I need you to understand. It is not a dislike. It is not a disagreement. It is a vehement hatred. It is a religious crusade to end trans people and to end queer people's existence. It's the same thing the Nazis did in the 1920s, 30s, and 40s. Why do you think Nazis engaged in book burnings of queer history, queer science, queer medicine? Why? Because they wanted to erase our culture from the historical record, and they have succeeded in doing that. That was a successful venture. Okay, they did erase queer history from the 19th century and the 20th century, erased from the record, erased, probably even other areas of time too. Gone. The Nazis erased all of that from the record. And now, these are the modern Nazis. These are the neo-Nazis. And they're trying to do the same exact thing. Again, they'll try to get, the reasonable debates, the trans kids, the kids. It's always the children with these religious maniac freak show Looney Tunes. They will always use kids as a political weapon to kill people, to hurt people, and to enslave people because they're crazy. They are crazy. Imagine using your power to try to lock people up for bringing their child to a fucking doctor. That's what their fucking shit is. They want to bring people to jail because they had the audacity to take their kid to a doctor. And again, it has nothing to do with caring for the kids. It has nothing to do with child abuse. It is hatred. It is disgust. It is a religious crusade to kill. That's what they're going for. They want to kill all queer people, whether directly, indirectly, or just by not allowing people to come out of the closet for fear for their own safety. They want to enact a genocide of an entire group of people. And anyone that speaks about right-wingers in any less of a context, they're dumb. And any right-winger that doesn't believe this, you're also dumb. Because what you're doing is you're supporting people that are enacting a genocide. Oh, I don't agree with the genocide, but I'm going to support all the same people that are doing a genocide. I just don't agree with it. How do you think the Nazis gained power? Huh? Does anyone want to know? Oh, they're not really going to kill 6 million Jews. Nah. They're just going to, reformat our economy so that they're rich or, that. How do you think people went ahead with Nazi ideology? Oh, Hitler's not really setting up concentration camps? No way! No! He's not really invading other countries and exterminating groups of people. No, he would never do that. He would never do that. These dumb fuck right-wingers will support these people up until the actual, serial murder begins. And then even then, they'll say, oh, well, they'll come up with another excuse. I mean, look at the concentration camps in the United States with immigrants. We have, remember the family separation? Yeah. Remember all that shit? That we're still dealing with that, by the way, as a country? Oh, America would never have concentration camps. We've had them since ICE founded in 2003. So we had Japanese internment camps in the 1940s. So again, right-wingers are all brainwashed. They're all stupid. It is impossible to be a right-winger and have an IQ above 6. It's not going to happen. These people are psychopaths, and they need to be sent to prison. They need to be dealt with accordingly. It's self-defense. They are openly advocating to use their power to kill people. Any retaliation is self-defense. That's all.